My name is Erica Lorraine Spencer, and I remain subject to state surveillance and terrorism by the state of California that is operating a malicious targeting system which is referred to as federal group stalking and monitoring via communication devices. And it is in violation of federal stalking statute 18 U.S.C. sections 2261A subsections 1 and 2. My website and podcast serve the public good by publishing evidence of the public entity's ceaseless engagement in a pattern of conduct intended to stalk and monitor via communication devices, surveil, harass, and terrorize an American citizen in concert with the people of the state of California. Documentation serves the lawful purposes of wide exposure, federal prosecution, and influencing federal legislation with policies specifically designed to punish, dismantle, and disincentivize an unprecedented targeting system by a public entity that acts in concert with the people of the state in order to criminally place under surveillance and terrorize an American citizen, which is a matter of public corruption in the state of California. See thepatternofconduct.wordpress.com. 8WYV208, 8UUX045, 8PVX504, 7SRD412. It's 9:40 a.m. 101445F1, license 7VRX348. It's 9:40 a.m. By the way, as I'm documenting the demons of the Upland Police Department, this video and the images that I'm capturing is prosecuting those minions, which I've already prosecuted through my documentation. There is no getting out of the P.O.C, as I've already shown. That is not the sun. That is over the Carnegie Library, where I am at this time 24 hours ago. And that is speaking to the targeting conduct and the identification of what are demons, by the way. 7TMX991, while they are engaging in that pattern of conduct in the position of what are law enforcement. All right, this is P.O.C. It's 9:41 a.m. 7NEX320. License plate, it's 9:42 a.m. and the light source moving northward over the vehicle, as I've documented on a daily basis, en route to the city of Upland, not already present in Upland, over the Carnegie Library, as I pointed out while I was documenting those demons, including Officer Turner of the Upland Police, 8XCT911. License plate, 88NY139. License OHENDA 7WLN150 7UQJ516 6YTK706 8MDD105 8YQC092 8VNR241 7JGE397. The light source is now over what is First Avenue and D Street in Upland, where it was already present at this time as I was coming from what is the venue in the vehicle driving north up Euclid Avenue, coming from the McDonald's, the Upland Village Shopping Center. License 1BRAV05 7GPS558. And this is the criminal conduct. This is a venue where the pattern of conduct is underway by demons who are gathering out of what is a farmer's market at the same exact location under the same exact fake sun, which is not already present. It follows me en route here. All right, that's the systematic maintenance of a criminal system of monitoring with communication devices. It's 9:43 a.m. All right, while, again, the same demonic activity underway, Tracy Banks, who is driving the vehicle, where you're looking at that which is not the sun remain over me while she is driving the vehicle. That is literally the pattern of conduct, while I am showing you what is a light source remaining over me coming from 630 North Fern after 9:30 in the morning, which is in direct opposition to what is supposed to be the sun that's already over me in the city of in the city of Ontario, which is in direct opposition to the presence of what's supposed to be the sun over me while I'm documenting minions of the Upland Police Department in the city of Upland. 6EHU779, I believe. 6EHU779, yeah. 6CTH199. While, just like every other demon around, crossing paths with directed light source remains over me while she drives away. It's not remaining in the window of her vehicle as she proceeds down D Street. As she then drives north on Euclid Avenue, there is no light source that is remaining visible through her window while she makes that path. It's the same with every other demon All right, they are targeting, and that's how you identify it, through that impossible, i.e. demonic environment. And you're also understanding what are psychopaths who are engaging in that conduct and thinking that you will never know about it. And even if you did, you'll never be able to prosecute. What are you going to do about it? This is the mindset. This is the evil that is at work with regard to what is this system. And documentation flies in the face of that. Okay, so you're talking about what is a very serious prosecution for this system that is intended at the outset to remain concealed. This is the inherent pattern of conduct of obstruction of justice. And again, while Tracy Banks drives off, she is monitoring with the rest of the demons of the people of the state, who are the people of the state. She's monitoring with the government, and directed light touching on my person, on my property, while she drives off. And the fake sun remains stationary over Molly Super, which you see. License 94065H3 DUMBGRL 56117R2. License 8UVR386. License 5HYX663. Alrighty, and it is currently 9:47 a.m. 8LZG472. This is a trailer, 4UD4912, attached to the back of the vehicle. The vehicle's license plate is 7L09839. License 7TQV092, 8TRL491, 8CFA722, Oregon 960MGW, 6MAB067, 6JAU060, 7Z38747, 8HND763, 19367A3. 7TMK671, 8W77940, 6UHK037, 47637T2, 83376G1, 8YPN821, CB47Y34, that's paper, 8VOV707, 88223P2, 7KPW856, 5KNK090, 24922C3. Alrighty, this is the same exact parking lot where you saw demons driving in vehicles and inexplicable light moving all around. This is the same exact parking lot where the fake sun is over me, and they're engaging in what is a farmer's market. All right, the farmer's market, in other words, the event in which what is supposed to be, again, the ongoing outward innocuous appearance of what is normalcy, while public corruption is in existence, and what are none other than its demonic activity, while criminal conduct is underway. That's why a fake sun is over me, and it is not different than what I documented yesterday. It is different with regard to my arrival here at a later time. The light source isn't over the Carnegie Library, where I'm capturing it over 325 West G Street at 9:30 in the morning. That's an impossibility. Speaking to what are demons who surround, that's Satan as that light source. That's not the actual sun as we know it. And that is exactly why it is referred to as what is a fake sun, being lied to about what is the environment as we know it, what's going on with the environment as we know it, when it is actually attributed to what is entirely the supernatural. Satan itself is exercising control over the environment, and Satan is also present through what are people. This is demon possession. All right, and the demon possessed are not exercising any religious rights while they are of that condition, engaging in what is stalking in the path while directed light coexists with that. It's terrorism while you are subject to what is surveillance. They're monitoring with communication devices. And that is the explanation for what you see, that ongoing contradiction. While I'm in the city of Upland, the light source that's supposed to be the sun is directly over the Carnegie Library. While Upland Police Department thinking that they are, actually they're not thinking that, they're just engaging in what is a pattern of conduct for which they are not prepared to be documented and prosecuted. But nonetheless, you have what is supposed to be the sun. That's why they are boldly and idiotically standing there under what is supposed to be the sun. All right. And that's why you are doing so, thinking, well, I'm not going to speak to what you're thinking. The assumption is that this is an absolutely normal looking environment. There's nothing weird about the sun being over the building, right? And this is why you document, because while I'm in an entirely different county, which I've already documented, because it's not going to be over the Carnegie Library, when I'm at the Pomona Regional Transit Center in Los Angeles County, remaining both before the time the Upland Police arrive and after they leave. I remain at the Pomona Regional. That's already documented. That's already published documentation. Nonetheless, yesterday, I am already here, and that's the only difference. It is the same exact following with the light source that's not possibly the sun. It is speaking to what is that ongoing pattern of conduct of state surveillance and terrorism that's underway at every venue that I have isolated, showing what is an ongoing ceaseless pattern of conduct, showing what are the demons who are the people of the state, who are engaging in what is the act of terrorism. They are demons as well. This is Satan using people. That's why directed light coexists with their crossing of path. They are stalking with light. That's the conduct of demons. In the same exact way, it is Satan itself, which is a spirit, which is present through what are objects that are surrounding you. That is the light source. That is not the actual sun. And the fact that that is not the sun is demonstrated for your own eyes to see. That's why it's remaining over me, directly over the vehicle in the city of Ontario, in direct conflict with documentation of its presence over a series of venues yesterday, all before 9:30, where it remained stationary over 325 West G Street in Ontario. That includes not only being over what is the windshield, aiming directly inside of the vehicle yesterday, where I get up at approximately 8:12 in the morning, and then the light source is captured directly over the roof of the McDonald's at 100 East Foothill Boulevard, and then it's captured directly over the entrance of the 99-cent store at 229 East Foothill Boulevard, where I am inside of that venue, and you also see directed light, and then I'm in the parking lot capturing video at 8:48 in the morning. There is no vantage point, there is no coexisting of this maintenance of this light source that's going to be over the edge of the 325 West G Street after I'm capturing this video, these images of the locations, in other words, of this light source that is supposed to be the sun, as I am moving about in the city of Upland, okay? I'm showing you what is the light source that's around and remaining over me while I am then at Molly's Super, showing you what is the movement. It is not stationary. It is moving while she is driving. She, being Tracy Banks, is driving on what is First Avenue. And I reminded you of what that same exact driving on that street at 11:13 in the morning, as I showed on February 14, 2022, after coming from what is the San Bernardino County Department of Human Services, where the light source remained over that county building. This is that ongoing continuity of the evidence of what is the environment, which is entirely demonic. This is speaking to what is literally the inclusion of the supernatural, that is Satan itself, that is using an environment, that is using a people to engage in criminal conduct. That's why you're not exercising any religious rights. All right, and it is terrorism in and of itself, by the way, to engage in what is stalking, molesting, following around, which is what you are doing as a people in that specific environment, while you are doing so with directed light, which is targeted on you. And it's impossible light to ever occur in the first place. And then you're talking about what is inherent to the crime of monitoring. You're monitoring the documentation. You have every intent to engage in that terrorism, and then doing so with a straight face, looking as though you're at a farmer's market, for example, like today, while these demons are surrounding under the same exact impossibility of that occurrence, which is an unnatural environment. It's a demonic environment. This is state terrorism and surveillance going under the name of what is the Upland Farmers Market, the same parking lot of the Upland City Hall, the Upland Public Library, the Carnegie Library, where demonic activity is documented day in and day out. License 5LID 491, 5 PWD 123, 3 PKG 176. All right, you have what are workers over here at this farmers market, and this is license 8RCG 391.
How are you? Hi.
This is a minion stalking, talking to another minion as audible activity while she's tracking my moves, because I'm looking at this license plate, and that's an African American one. These demons, has nothing to do with race. I point out the race because you need to know that you need to get past that. All right, this is Satan. 4KET 513. Satan, by the way, does not have an age. Satan doesn't have a race. All right, Satan does not have what is a particular economic status. These are human beings that are being used. They are minions of Satan, and you're going to understand that and recognize it by the environment and the conduct that they engage in, specifically identifying it, which is directly relevant to what is prosecution for terrorism in the United States. 8 U.S.C. 684, license 8XXE 361. 6 UUG 434, 1607 237, 8N27F97 paper 1607 235, 1607 198. This is City of Upland Vehicles. 85708D2, 8DKF 945, 29001T2, 1535 513. That's another City of Upland vehicle. And license plate 1VODE4. Uh, 30602Z1, 8WSC365, 7PKB348, 5RCC455. and it's 9:56 a.m. 6U96306, 8UKT437, 6XHP008, 3BBY337, 7ZXM673, 1258244. That is a California exempt license plate. 8NIS555, CA92M25 paper, 67417B2. 8AVB123, 73760A3, 7NHS303, 4C85845, 8WVU272, 50731U2, 5WBW949, 4MUD141, 6NQZ410, 6LCA986, 7MOD151, 8JJH459, 6YPR136, 43461A3, 7KJD364, 7WAL152, 8GFM764, 6E HU779, 17156, Y2, 8VUU6, in case I didn't read that, 8VUU625, 8ZSP 822, excuse me, license 8FPU439, license just demon one after another, and that's what you also need to understand. Minions of demons are, the minions of Satan are plenty. BN677 handicap. That's also what is relevant to terrorism. All right, and so this is a long existing system that is literally facilitated by what are the people of the state who are of the specific condition, and that is why on this street, as I'm standing out here, you have that same impossible occurrence of what is directed light, okay? 5KRM712, 8FZN453, 6227OC3, 6TWD931. Yeah, 6TWD931. 7KC D889. 6JZB22, 6JZB622, excuse me. These are minions stalking in the path and operation of their communication devices while directed light is occurring, while these demons whose license plates I'm reading. This is concerted conduct. 8JHT597, 7FMV547, 13761T2, 92880T2, 8PHH626. Let's see. 7KCD889. That's what I wanted to get. 4XTF041. And that, yeah, I already read that one. License 8SIW340, 8LKW371, 6GYW174, 02447X2, 7ZXK853, CA56U65 paper. Right, he's showing you what is directed light that's on a wall where a demon is standing in relevant position. She's stalking, right? Looking like you're cleaning your sunglasses, meaning looking like you are focused on something else. That's what I mean by looking at it, because you're literally cleaning your sunglasses, but that is not the demon's focus. They're stalking in the path. The fake sun is over them. Directed light is on the wall. License CA39X34. License plate 7VMM955. You have this minion with this paper plate who is stalking. CA39X34. I'm taking a picture of the directed light that she is standing by while my shadow is appearing at a distance away from me. Impossible light. This is a demon who is stalking. And while I'm taking a picture of the wall, she's, why are you taking a picture of my car? And I actually wasn't taking a picture of her car, but that's not the point. I'm going to take a picture of her car. I'm going to document you. You are engaging in terrorism and monitoring with the rest of these demons while directed light. 8WJP967, a demon. 8TIB104. You have what is the signage for that demon all over the wall. Impossible, and it's not even the sun. This light source, by the way, is right here over Quality Fireplace and Barbecue. All right, I came nowhere near here yesterday. I was remaining inside, and let me get this, it's 10:01 a.m. All right, license plate. Patrolling demons, BF17G27, that's a paper plate. The entire time shooting that video, and you're looking at what is demonic light, that's directed light, as I've shown you, it's demonic though. And the fake sun is over my head. You've got a demon in a pickup truck remaining, stalking in the path with light, and doing so, driving off again, as those demons know when I notice them. So that demon is driving off, and I don't even need to chase them. I've literally prosecuted thousands of the people of the state. 4FLC939, and I have identified Satan and its minions, CA92M25. 6W00308. And by the way, while I document those demons, it is the same entity that is stalking in that white pickup truck, driving off as I noticed their arrival. They're stalking on the side of the street. All right, you're not talking about an individualized system. This is an entity. 8DSX 577, 8FET 915, 7NYL 798. License 8VRW 623. License SIMORE 47655V2. 8CFG 557, I believe. 7FPY 768, driving in directed light and directed light moving across the insurance building of Allstate at 156. That's the address of the Allstate building on 156 on D Street. These are demons. 8PVV 109. Their rims appearing on the asphalt. That's directed light. Amplified audible activity. 5JDM 830. 8UCP 570. 6UDR 182. 4GLJ 768. CB32Z74. 8ZSH 806. 8ZRN 936. ROLL 6N8. And 8ZRN 936, touching with directed light in the same way you saw the demons of the Upland Police Department touching with directed light. And that directed light appearing upright on the tree besides what is third-party facilitating venue, Molly Super, where the fake sun is remaining now because I'm walking up D Street past that venue. The fake sun is following over me as I go. And this is the same D Street where the state is keeping a fake sun on this D Street, the same D Street all day long. All right, so I want to be clear, there is no distinction with regard to what is the demonic condition of law enforcement, the demonic condition of the people of the state. They are an entity acting as one, acting vicariously, that are third parties such as this demon, license plate 8AGV997, and acting directly as I show the demon possession of the law enforcement and the criminal conduct. I'm not just telling their secret that they serve Satan. 8W, WD 786, 8LAS 828. I'm revealing the criminal conduct that they're engaging in, which is an unprecedented criminal system that's underway in the state of California. It is literally surveillance while you are monitoring with communication devices in violation of Title 18, Section 2261A, subsections 1 and 2, in concert with the people of the state who are of that same identical condition. This is demon possession, which is a direct threat to the life of the one who is subject to that surveillance, and the ongoing perpetual sex offense by demons who engage in the corporate invasion of privacy on behalf of the government, and together as an entity. They are also demons who maintain knowledge and are systematically invading your privacy, also engaging in the objective conduct, the affirmative conduct of stalking in private spaces such as the bathrooms. All right, that's the sex offender that is the state of California, and that is speaking to what is directly relevant as I'm showing you this environment that the entity is stalking with. All right, and so it is currently 10:11 a.m. This is P.O.C. The light source is now over the venue of the Upland Public Library. Let me be clear, being over the parking lot, just like I showed you in my documentation. As I'm showing you the fake sun over the Carnegie Library at 9:30 in the morning, the light source is remaining on the same exact street, D Street, at 4 p.m., at 4:43 p.m., which is a matter of documentation. That is not the sun. In every way, you're talking about what is the prosecution of an entity that is entirely demon-possessed. All right, capturing this image of this minion that's entering inside of the venue, associating with the African-American female Tracy on surveillance camera. She's got a boy cut. She's wearing black and white clown striped pants. They're monitoring together, and that minion's license plate, this minion touches with directed light outside. And then you're talking about what is systematic stalking, and then they just engage in stalking inside of the venue, because the ongoing construct of the system is that it's ordinary. You're just in the library and everything is supposed to be separate and distinct. And because you're talking about Satan that are using people whom you may or may not even personally know. All right, you're talking about what is demonic activity. This is the reality. And you're witnessing that demonic activity through the evidence which has already been published for you. The reality of directed light, the reality of what is maintenance of a light source that is not the sun. It is specifically and appropriately referred to as what it is, the fake sun, because it is not the sun as we know it. All right, so you're talking about what is a light source that is the direct evidence of that, not only that demon possession, but that criminal system. This is surveillance and terrorism. And I just want to document that it's 10:12 a.m. And this is the maintenance of what is directed light, the ongoing criminal conduct of what is surveillance, demons engaging in the systematic maintenance of monitoring with communication devices, the people of the state, demons alike, okay? Demons, numerous, okay? They're literally faceless when you're talking about the prosecution of an entity. And so you're talking about what is just engaging in coming to what is the third party facilitating venue. If it was if it was literally from, I've done sitting outside, literally you saw that with the chiropractor's office, or if I'm sitting at your neighborhood Starbucks, it does not matter. You're talking about what is doing nothing other than engaging in stalking as an entity, hovering, hunkering down, unheard of, obsessive and life-threatening stalking conduct by what are the demon possessed. That demon possession is directly evidenced by what is that ongoing environment. The demons are not only under the fake sun, they are stalking in the path with directed light, including stalking in the path with the creation of light that they in themselves engage in and facilitate. All right, so you're talking about in every way that ongoing demonic activity is ceaselessly underway. You're talking about where the pattern of conduct is underway. That's not regular traffic. This is the maintenance of light and relevant positioning, stalking in the path with light. All right, and it is currently 10:14 a.m. This is P.O.C. at Upland Public Library. All right, I did capture what is the fake sun that's directly over my head. Literally, you can see it shining through the roof over the Upland Public Library as I step out to capture what is that light source, the directed light that's being cycled onto the water fountain, onto the walls, remaining inside of the venue. In other words, this is Satan that's surrounding a bathroom, and then Satan's minions are entering inside of the bathroom. And at 2:23 p.m., not only do I capture relevant positioning and surrounding with what is directed light, this is surveillance that's underway by government and the people of the state of this condition, which is directly relevant, demon possession. All right, this is state surveillance and terrorism in the private space. This is the sex offender that is the state of California. I want to be clear, the minion that's walking out, she has on a short brown bob. She's carrying like a fanny pack around her waist. It's black. And she's wearing all purple top and purple bottoms, communication device in hand while she's crossing path. That is stalking in the bathroom. And this is on surveillance cameras at the venue. And I just want to include this on my podcast, but I did capture those images. And this is already established, but I want to be thorough with regard to understanding not only what I'm prosecuting, but every American citizen that's subject to what is the violation by the state that is a sex offender. And this is laying out what is that precedent for that. This is a ceaseless sex offense. This is an egregious violation of privacy by a government, and the government is doing so through the people. This is the government that is entering inside of the bathroom. This is the government that is surrounding with audible activity, which you hear. Let me be clear, those are demons. Right? And this is the government that is engaging in what maintaining presence all around. You see the group stalker also. Directed light is on the, I mean, this is literally ridiculous light activity, first of all, but that's also not the sun. And you have what it is also maintaining direct presence right over my head, while then minions follow into the bathroom. And these are minions. This is not any sort of cartoon. It's nothing funny or entertainment like the Disney movie. These are literally the demon possessed. And they are criminals, okay? It's 2:25 p.m. That is a stalker in the bathroom creating activity, stalking in the path. This is the focus of the demon possessed. And that is literally what is the presence of Satan that's over the roof, as it is not the actual sun. It is 2:25 p.m. and the actual sun is not going to remain on one street, by the way, as I've already documented, remaining over this venue until after 4 p.m. That is a pattern of conduct. This is the documentation for what is the sex offender that is acting at state facilitating venue, Upland Public Library. P.O.C. That's a demon stalking with the creation of audible activity. That's P.O.C. I just want you to hear using what is anything in the bathroom to create audible activity. And this is literally, this is understanding the predatory and the very psychopath that are the demon possessed. Okay? Coming in to use the hand dryer, flush the toilet, indirected light under the fake sun, that's the pattern of conduct. And that is also framing what is the sex offender. Okay? It's 2:26 p.m. I want you to hear that. That's why every time I say that's the P.O.C. touch my phone, flush the toilet. That's the P.O.C. touch my phone, flush the toilet. That's a demon that's stalking. And that's a psychopath. A sex offender that's literally crouching, by the way, in a bathroom stall to stalk somebody. That's the pattern of conduct. That's P.O.C. And by the way, that particular minion is on surveillance cameras at 2:26 p.m. walking out. Okay, that's P.O.C. Alrighty, so what you are looking at, the still images. First of all, this is called presence in what is engineered light, and this is also witnessing what is demon possession. All right, that demon possession is witnessed through what is the environment that is entirely unnatural, and it is also that which is plain to see with regard to the ordinary person's ignorance with regard to the demonic environment that surrounds you. Okay, so it's 2:34 p.m. and this is I did exit on surveillance cameras. Thank you. Which is and this third party that you're listening to with the jingling of the keys. She's opening up the security. Excuse me, not the security. She's opening up the study room that I'm inside of, study room number 1, and you can see the directed light that's all over the desktop. It is that light is going in what are also conflicting directions. By conflicting, I mean they are going in opposite directions. This is directed light that is present, and it is also occurring again. That's 2:35 in the afternoon, and I have already shown what is the presence of the light source as a matter of record. 9:27 in the morning, that's directly over the property while I'm sitting at the Veterans Monument. But being right next door at the Upland Unified School District while I'm sitting on that ramp is the same at 9:25 a.m. as a matter of record. That's documented. But again, as I documented not yesterday, but the day before yesterday on video for you to see at 8:51 a.m., where I was reminding you about what was already the presence of the light source over the McDonald's, and that's how you know that it's actually not the sun, because it's not already over a McDonald's while another person, again, other than me, that will be standing in front of the venue of McDonald's at 100 East Foothill Boulevard would not see that light source stationary over that property, as is the case when I was there on at 8:23 in the morning. What I'm showing you at 8:51 in the morning, as I documented on video days ago, is the light source that's remaining in alignment with me, just like is the case at all times of the day, the beginning of the day in the morning and also into the evening, which I've documented because it is the ongoing evidence of what is not the sun. This is the demonic environment that is existing in plain sight, all right? And so you're talking about what is entirely impossible and showing you what is literally obvious in your face, and nothing that's requiring any sort of rocket scientist study in order to recognize that demonic environment. And that's how you're witnessing demon possession. That's how you're witnessing what is the conduct of Satan. And you are also understanding what is the criminal activity that's underway. While you have this engineered light, because that's what creates multiple shadows, that's what creates this impossible light conduct with regard to the light that's manifesting under the shade. You're witnessing what is Satan. Satan is present, not through some levitating ghoul that you're hearing say, ooh, that's not what you're witnessing Satan through what is the presence of this light as I've revealed it to you. And once you are looking at that, as I'm pointing out what is literally in your face, then you are understanding that impossibility, because the question is, how is this light even manifesting? When you're talking about there is no light source in the shade. All right, what is this light that's creating what are this multiple shadows as you walk in that light? You are witnessing what is satanic. This is the presence of Satan, contrary to what you are told and what you are shown in movies and on television. And I want to be clear also, this ongoing stalking with noise that is following, that is mirroring, that is occurring with simultaneity to whatever it is that I'm doing. Including inside of any private space, that's where you're getting to understanding what is the sex offender. All right, the stalker is stalking everywhere, including inside of the private space. The stalker is a demon, an entity, not a single person, an entity, a demonic entity that is stalking in bathrooms while they are engaging in an obsessive endeavor to monitor with communication devices. Not only is this demonic while you are stalking with audible activity, it is also serving what is monitoring with communication devices. All right, so I want to be clear. It's criminal and it's demonic, i.e. state surveillance and terrorism, which is what federal group stalking and monitoring is. So while I am literally capturing what is the fake sun, necessarily so because the actual sun is not capable of being captured on the property of what is the Upland Public Library at 9:27 in the morning over the same Upland Unified School District, which is on the same street, D Street, at 9:25 in the morning, while I'm showing you the demons of American Medical Response, stalking using sirens, being demons acting as the state directly. That's all relevant to their criminal engagement and their demonstration of demon possession while driving an ambulance identified as American Medical Response. That's already published. While I am at what is Quality Fireplace and Barbecue, which is on the same exact D Street, where the state's light source is captured as a matter of record at 4:43 p.m. on this same street where the Upland Public Library, aiming inside of the same venue, just like I showed, while I am subject to surveillance inside of the bathroom. All right, this is the same exact street. And this is, again, narrowing the isolating the pattern of conduct to one particular venue, because everywhere that you're at, you're subject to the pattern of conduct, and that's how you're able to document it. Oh, if that's the sun that's over the Upland Public Library when I arrive at 10 o'clock in the morning, then when I go to the Fontana Lewis Library, I wouldn't possibly be able to capture what's supposed to be the sun over the building of the Upland Public Library in the city of Upland. No, That's what you know as a matter of common sense, but that's not what's being documented. All right, because that's not the actual sun. You're witnessing what is the presence of Satan. Satan is stalking with light, Satan itself. Satan's minions are stalking with light. How does that occur inside of the building? When they're not driving by and direct light is shooting across the surface and touching all over my body and shooting inside of the car where I'm sleeping at night. How is it occurring inside of the building? The exact light activity that you're seeing all around on the floors, on the walls, on the water fountain, that's remaining for the duration of the day, while the fake sun is literally remaining on D Street, aiming inside of the venue, over the ceiling based on where I'm standing, where I'm coming from, or on D Street as I approach that window and that door space inside of the Upland Public Library on the first floor. There is no, the actual sun is not remaining from one property that is today as I go to what is Quality Fireplace and Barbecue to what is the Upland Unified School District / Upland Public Library, which is at the top end of D Street. That would be D Street and Euclid Avenue. And that would be 2nd Avenue and D Street, which is, as a matter of documentation, the remaining of a light source on a strip of street in a city, in a single county. And not only that, remaining directly over my head. It's very, very exclusive, not only to me, but it's exclusive to you because whatever state that you're in, this documentation is exclusive with regard to what is the, as far as what you're told, and that's how you know, and this is the significance of it. It's not the actual sun. It's a fake sun, as I have called it, and you also know that that's not the sun that's over you. It is an impossibility. So you are understanding, and what are the implications? You are witnessing the supernatural because that fake sun is indeed actually over my head. You are witnessing what is actually the remaining in direct violation of common sense, science as we know it, what we understand about the sun, okay? But that is actually occurring. How is this occurring? Because it is demonic. It is Satan itself, all right? And you have what is by necessity more than one light source. All right. The actual sun, even the term sun, I say does not apply because it's not the sun that we have been told about, the sun that I studied about in science class. It's not the sun that we know, the sun that's the basis upon which the theory that is inapplicable with regard to what is Satan itself and the supernatural contact with what is a light source that is not the sun. And I'm speaking and referencing to what is that theory that is patently false by virtue of this documentation revealing it, what you're witnessing with your own eyes. It's not my opinion. You're the one that's looking at documentation of what is a light source that is not possibly the sun remaining over a single address for the duration of a day. And this is an ongoing pattern. And then when I'm documenting it at that location at pre-published times, as I remain, for example, today in Ontario, where is it? Not only is it not anywhere near that address, where if it was the sun, it would be there. Not only is it not there, it's remaining over me in an entirely different location. It's not some randomness. It always has this pattern of being directly over me, including when I'm inside of the building. The building right now I'm referencing is the Upland Public Library. While I am documenting what are demons, that's the demonic behavior pattern. This is both engaging in what is terrorism. While you have a government, while you have a people who are engaging in what is this conduct, this pattern of following, mirroring, simultaneously creating noise, any kind of noise, with simultaneity to whatever it is that you're doing, including that which is occurring on a communication device. That is terrorism. It is also the demonstration of demon possession. They are engaging in what is this demonic conduct. It is directly relevant to what the demons, to what Satan itself is engaging in, surveillance. You are accomplishing surveillance where literally a people are monitoring you with communication devices. And they are doing so in a very specific and unnatural, impossible to naturally be occurring, a specifically and deliberately maintained environment centered around you, all of which is relevant to that ongoing revealing of terrorism. I want to be clear, it's 2:43 p.m. I have already captured, but I'm just refreshing what is maintenance of relevant positioning. Study rooms number 2, study rooms number 3. This is surveillance that demons are engaging in, maintaining presence in. And these are psychopaths. You're talking about what is Satan that's sitting around is consumed with me because I'm the one that's going to prosecute and I'm revealing to you the presence of Satan. Satan's secrets are no more. But you have what are the demon possessed that are literally sitting around listening to everything that I'm saying, focused on me. Okay, and a demon, like I said, does not have to look at you. You know that they're demons because the fake sun is over the roof of the Upland Public Library. You know that they're demons because directed light is filling the inside of the venue of the Upland Public Library. All right, and that is in direct conflict with being anywhere, by the way, over and remaining over the roof of the Fontana Lewis Library, and that's just one example. Because the state is keeping its light source, as I have isolated the pattern of conduct to everywhere that I'm going, including where I was this morning, where the fake sun remained after 9:30 in the morning, 630 North Fern. 325 West G Street is right next door to 630 North Front. They're all in relevant position. I cite the address where the light source is directly above. All right, and the documentation has already shown, as I specifically showed on January 1st, 2022, the light source remains at that venue where I remained inside of that vehicle. That is mutually exclusive to what is, first of all, what you saw, which was the fake sun moving as we left from that address at approximately 9:34 in the morning, or 9:36 in the morning. But again, that is the pattern of stalking with light. That's not the actual sun, because the light source is documented on many, many different times, remaining after what is, by remaining, I mean, just like it was this morning. It's present over me in the city of Ontario, specifically over the address, aiming directly over into the vehicle. While yesterday at an earlier time, I was already out of Ontario. I showed you the fake sun over the McDonald's in Upland. I showed you the fake sun at what is the Upland Village shopping center, over the 99-cent store. All of this before what is 9:36 in the morning when I'm showing you the video of the light source that remains in Ontario, necessarily so in order for me to be inside of a vehicle and merely point my phone upward and show you what is that light source hovering over me. That fake sun is what is the evidence of demon possession. That demon possession is unquestionable. The very environment is the evidence of it. And this is literally the ability to prosecute a lying psychopath. Satan can say whatever they want. And let me be clear, Satan is identified, whatever Sally Mae's government name is, you're dealing with Satan, okay? Satan is a liar. Satan can say whatever they want when they're prosecuted in court. That ongoing evidence, which is something that no person can manufacture, you can't make that up. You can't create that. You cannot engineer that. It is literally the supernatural, and documentation is capturing what is impossible to naturally occur. And this is surrounding that entity, which is a sex offender. These are demons engaging in surveillance, sitting in study room number 2 and study room number 3. And these are psychopaths, as you are witnessing in their unpersuasive forms of stalking, acting like they're doing something else. The fake sun rebuts that directly. The directed light rebuts that directly. The amplified audible activity rebuts that directly. And this is how you're going to deal with what are the animals that are demon possessed. This is how you deal with Satan. Satan is a delusional psychopath, literally. All right, and that's what you're witnessing as you capture images of stalkers. They're sitting in study rooms, by the way, while the state is amplifying audible activity. That amplification is occurring after those demons who you hear repeatedly flushing a toilet every time I touch my phone screen. That's the psychopath that's stalking in the bathroom. Understand, now you're looking at the sex offender, okay? That sex offender exits on surveillance camera, then the state engages in the maintenance of amplified audible activity. Loud, boom, boom, boom. And you can hear toilets flushing, impact through the walls. That's that ongoing demonic formula. Directed light is inside of the venue, literally on the water fountain, on the walls, all over the floor, all right? And the fake sun is directly over the roof while I'm standing outside of the bathroom door. And you see that demon of the male sex crossing path going into the male's restroom, the men's restroom. That's a sex offender, a demon-possessed one. All right, and so like I said, it's currently 2:47 p.m. The state's fake sun remains over the Upland Public Library, and that's what I documented. And this is documentation of what is the prosecution of a people who shall, again, Sally Jo Simpson is going to be prosecuted for being a perpetual sex offender, acting on behalf of an entity. So when I, in other words, am prosecuting a government that's acting through the people, the individual that is documented is acting on behalf of the entity. So I shall prosecute Sally Jo Simpson for the sexually violent, predatory surveillance and terrorism documented inside of the venue of Upland Public Library, where John engaged in that pattern of conduct, doing so in concert and on behalf of Sally Jo Simpson. They are one entity. That's how that prosecution works. That's how you're prosecuting and documenting a government, by the way. A government that thinks that they can hide behind the demons that are the people of the state. And you cannot. You're going to prosecute every single last one of them for the conduct that they are doing together. Okay? It's currently 2:48 p.m. This is P.O.C. All right. The old bag of bones. He's an old white man and a demon who is monitoring, documented inside of the venue of Upland Public Library, wearing an oversized red T-shirt. He's stalking with noise inside of the venue while the entity is aiming light still inside of the venue. And this is around the 5 o'clock hour. I captured this third party's image. This is his license plate, 227UD. It's a handicap. It's a van. Documented also earlier in 2021, heavily engaging in stalking while the entity would keep the fake sun over me while I was at the parking lot area of the Buddha's place, the dance parking lot where minions use their vehicles, stalking in the path with light, both in the morning and in the evening, and outside of what is the tea room. This is the third party who would loiter in relevant position using this van as a means of stalking in the path. So in other words, I've documented this meeting before. I just want to speak to what is that capturing of his image and also that license plate. It's currently 5:52 p.m. This is P.O.C. Righty, license 7H23672, 7VAC954, 7FMK953, 7TIR298.
Ooh, girl.
That's a minion. That's the license plate I just read. It is currently 6:21 p.m. It's P.O.C. License plate 8LSX045. I can't really see that. 6T28445, I believe. It's 6:22 p.m. License 6B14830, 8WCE. I can't see the rest of that one. But this 6B14830, this is the same minion that was molesting while I'm sitting in the vehicle, so makes a U-turn in alignment with the vehicle that's detached with light, and then walks into what is the property of Woodside Senior Apartments, and uses the vehicle also. I just documented this the other night, and I showed you what is the fake moon over the same street where I woke up in the morning, and the fake sun is directly over the back windshield of the car. All right, it is currently 6:41 p.m. So I want to document the entity engaging the same exact pattern of conduct, aiming directed light, and this minion loitering in a relevant position in a vehicle right in front of the car, monitoring. All right, so this is just identification of one, first of all, a stalker on behalf of a government, and also a demon-possessed one who was monitoring on a communication device. It's currently 6:41 p.m. P.O.C. All right, this demon is molesting with light. I took an image of that. This is license 88091Z2. Monitoring, and the rest of these license plates include, it's currently, by the way, 8:46 p.m. It is license plate 2116R37. And where the vehicle is parked on the street, it's directed light. So these demons are walking by on the sidewalk, and their shadow is being casted when they're walking in both directions into the car. It's the same demonic conduct and stalking with light while demons are walking by the car, okay? And then the same conduct with directed light moving inside of the vehicle, shooting inside of the vehicle while they are driving by. This is all manner of demonic activity. License 7WFL605. And then this demon replacing this one, this is license plate. They're stalking with light because I'm recording on my podcast right now. This is license plate 7UMJ853. It is currently 8:47 p.m. This is Woodside Senior Apartments, the Tabora Professional Building. It is, look at this license, 8TED378. BU77U78, which is a paper plate as well. It's currently 8:47 p.m. Again, this third party, I took an image of what is this group stalker molesting with directed light while their shadow is a method of touching with light while they're walking past the vehicle. And then this demon gets into their white pickup truck, which is the aiming of directed light. I am recording on a podcast that's operational on my phone, so you have immediately another demon that comes by and aiming light onto the car. It's 8:48 p.m. Alrighty, it is 8:48 p.m. and I'm capturing images of what is this demon that is aiming light, sitting in the vehicle, stalking with noise. So as I go to my camera functions and I capture images, this third party, this is a demon, this is the reality. They're sitting in the car and they're making noise at the same time that I take a picture. And you're also looking at them, what is concentrating light into the vehicle. This is light in the path. While I'm in the vehicle, this is molestation with light. All right. It is currently 8:49 a.m. This is facilitation while demons monitoring 8YTH563. License 6JKK673. And this is monitoring with communication devices. This is terrorism. And this is a demon that is engaging in this criminal conduct. That is an African-American female monitoring with this demon as well. License plate. See, 859136, I believe. That's a out-of-state license plate. I can't really see it. Substantially similar. It's an out-of-state plate, though. So like I said, this third party, and I captured images of that, driven by an African-American female, 7UMJ853, she immediately pulls up. This is the replacement of the other third party. It's the same conduct, different face, same demonic entity, same public entity acting through the people. All right, it's 8:50 p.m. Alrighty, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 shadows. 1 shadow on the sidewalk, 3 shadows to my right on the street, where you see this demon with license 7UMJ853 pacing back and forth. Alright, so pacing back again, it's 8:51. She's returning to her vehicle again. This is demonic. That's now returning, closing her trunk. She walks out of the vehicle, closes the door, using the car alarm. This is light activity and pacing and directed light, okay? License 7UMJ853. This is an African-American female, and the entity is flying over by aircraft as well, flying over 325 West G Street, where the fake sun was present this morning at 9:30 in the morning. This is 323 West G Street, Woodside Senior Apartments, and walking to what is the Woodside Senior Apartments at 302 West G Street, which is a venue where the entity is monitoring altogether. This psychopath literally walking back and forth to her car, opening up and closing car doors is a means of activity creation, both with the sound creation by doing so, and also pacing and directed light. All right, so I have 3 shadows that are appearing on the street, and a shadow that's enlarged in size appearing on the sidewalk. This is impossible light activity, and this is a demon that is walking back and forth and back and forth. This is demonic activity at large, while you have what is another face, the same demon possession, the same condition, engaging in the same conduct. All right, aiming light and then getting out, using what is what they are doing, which is pacing around and monitoring with the entity that's also flying above. Okay, in aircraft. It's 8:52 p.m. This is P.O.C. This is ongoing terrorism. That's third-party facilitating venue, Woodside Senior Apartments, engaging in that criminal activity. Again, this is conduct of an entity on behalf of the state of California. But this is, again, when you're prosecuting the people of the state, which is what is going to happen. The people of the state are engaging in terrorism and state surveillance. This is a third party who is of that condition acting on behalf of an entity. Okay, so in other words, let me break this down. Sean Thrasher is going to be prosecuted for what is that conduct on behalf of the same exact entity that is monitoring on a ceaseless basis. Stalking with light, just like Sean Thrasher is doing inside of the public restroom, which is a private space where I'm subject to that ongoing surveillance. It is ceaselessly underway, and Sean Thrasher is being documented. That is the nature of prosecuting and documenting an entity. All right, it's currently 8:53 p.m. That same demon possession is exactly what Sean Thrasher is under that same exact condition, engaging in that same criminal activity on behalf of that same entity. All right, it's currently 8:53 p.m. That is P.O.C. 7 CTA 430. It's 9:01 a.m. Monitoring on what is G Street, driving east on G Street in relevant position. Monitoring with communication via stalking in the path on the street. Currently passing what is Cucamonga on G Street. It is 9:01 p.m. License 8WUK561, the same. 8SQW663. 6KLH322, 8WDN555, 7DEC232, 8CKZ997. It's 9:05 p.m. 7VLF441. 7KKE885. This is the Circle K on Vineyard. They're patrolling in the parking lot at the Circle K. 6YZ0830, 5XNH635, 8SZV650, 6VRN793, 8VSD983, 8HIZ358. And let's see, 8CKG832, because I didn't read that one, 8KKY066, 7KIM639, 7AVB144. License 6GTE 113, 8SBJ 388, 7MJP 155, 8WID 528, SNUZ YQ 7CKG 682, 8AWX 589, 131S93 Nevada, LT54107, 091 N86 Nevada, 8EDR 566, 8WRX 292, CB07P32 paper, 8VBV 100, 8TRO252, 15134J2, 8TYU 894. Eight JTW 323, 6RXW 714, 8URF 862, IHZ 495. That's an out-of-state license plate. 8UPS 417, BL 36G59 paper, 8XJP 494, 7MPC 757. 8MXC 374, 7PWV 475, BF 80S35 paper, 7HPV 945. This is third party facilitating venue Sheraton, by the way. Sheraton's off of Vineyard and G Street. 8AZN 723, 8VDG 362, 698573, 8RCP 725, 7UJA 097, 7APE 597, 7VCD 655. BSY 5706, that's Washington. 183ZVA, that's Nevada. 8VWA 623, I think I read that one already. Alrighty, and it is 9:09 p.m. License 5KVC 087. 8VHX 883, 8YAZ 511, 7WOF 154, 8HPC 348, 06446D1, PXA 9CB. That's an out-of-state, looks like Arizona. 04AULH, that's Florida. 6W59894. 842H13 Nevada. 8XG9809 Washington, in case I did not read those already. 5EQD 715. BGPRIUS. $6YIX 428. Alrighty, license 8KYT 443. All right, monitoring with the Ontario Police, 8RDY268 17082L2. Ontario Police are stalking in the path using their vehicles as light activity in relevant position to S.I.I.S Liquor, which is where this third party whose image I capture at the entrance of the S.I.I.S Liquor. It's currently 9:22 p.m. This minion is monitoring with the Ontario Police, who are stalking in the path. They are on what is Plum. As I am leaving from S.I.I.S Liquor, they are in relevant position creating light activity that's facilitating conduct while they are the entity is monitoring with communication devices. So I just want to document that third party whose image I also captured while I recited their license plate, they are monitoring, they are representing a law enforcement. This is the entity acting as one. So you have a third party that enters into a venue, but let me be clear, you have a third party that works at the venue. This is a government engaging in state surveillance, but I just want to speak to the inclusion in that pattern of conduct as I am documenting it at the red light right now at Euclid and Hope Boulevard at 9:22 p.m. And so that is the Ontario Police Department engaging in P.O.C. 8ZNT529. And as I roll down the window and get that license plate, you have another minion. This is stalking in traffic. This is stalking with audible activity as demons do so in traffic. Okay. The directed light remains. The environment remains. So this is documenting state surveillance literally on the road. And you see that during the day while a fake sun is literally over my head while on the roads. All right. License plate 94079H3. It is currently 9:23 p.m. License 7L65008 5WWV135 8ZKV570. 7ZFS 645, 7MOV 512, 7N71178, 6YDP 523, 7U28088, 5RRW 986, 727N36, that's Nevada. License plate 7ATU 947. 8MDS 104. 8BHP 188. 7K IP 450. 7044 8J2. I see entity flying right over the street where I'm parked. And I'm right in front of Woodside Senior Apartments at 302 West G Street, flying right over here by helicopter. It's 9:35 p.m. And I captured still images so you see what is stalking by the entity, which, again, the public entity, the state of California, that's engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring, which is surveillance with the people of the state. Which is entirely satanic. This is what is terrorism and state surveillance. I captured what is the entity that is stalking in relevant position in a helicopter, which I captured still images of, and you can see the blink. It's a red and white blinking light through the window. That's the state stalking by helicopter. I captured those images at 9:36 p.m. All right, 5YLP687. ASO3C57, BF93R58, 8SYK138, 3D9TO8, that's Nevada, 6FRG340. These old crusty, dirty demons in this parking lot at this Bombay Banquet Hall / Circle K. And the Ontario Fire Department is using their fire lights, driving first on what is Vineyard, driving around to the back to the parking lot now.
Are they here?
It is because it's light activity. That's a minion. It's currently 1:28 a.m. This is P.O.C. 8UVH462 and KIKI01. 5HYM621. So again, you have what is the Ontario Fire Department that drives on Vineyard Avenue. And by driving on Vineyard Avenue, they are driving what is south on Vineyard Avenue. And then you have what is driving around, because you could drive down Vineyard, and then they make a turn, and they're driving also in the back parking lot. So they literally were patrolling around the property. So reading all the license plates, those are third parties that are monitoring while you have the state and a fire truck, literally demons. Using a fire truck as a means of light activity. It's 1:29 a.m. And this is P.O.C. at the now Vineyard, turning on G Street. This is P.O.C. 8JJD 641.
Oh shoot.
And this is P.O.C. at the In-N-Out. The In-N-Out is right across the street from the Sheraton. They too are monitoring with the Ontario Fire Department, and they use their lights on the buildings, turning the lights off on the property right now. While she's driving around. This is P.O.C. The In-N-Out's at the intersection of G and Vineyard. P.O.C. 6ZTV994 in the middle of the street with their hazard lights on.